Good evening to everybody. Please, this today now your first time. Please try your best. May you share this video. May you like. If you never subscribe, may you do us favor, do yourself favor. May you subscribe because this platform, anything about Italy document information, now here you will get her. Today now another day where we get another important information for asylum seekers and migrants. Both those one we don't get paper and the ones where they never get, especially when I want apply 00, you understand? When I we still get 5 years paper and when I we get 2 years paper. Most of times the question is I want apply carta soggiorno, but Hassan, when I go feed they start they count how many years I don't stay for Italy. How I go take no and which year, how I go take counter, that matter we go explain for you. And many they ask how many yearly income my good, how much I need to get before I go go apply and things where I need before I go go apply the carta, because the carta na future for many migrants. Everybody won't go carta. Some today they ask blacks in Europe, if I get asilo politico, if I apply for carta, whether I go go my country direct or I go lose my international protection. All these things 9 days inside this video where today I won't explain for you. So if you dey new here, share this video, like this video, because this video now informative way will help your fellow migrants. Before we go continue, this video is sponsored by Send. Send, as usual, as you know, now the best app where all our video now them they sponsor us. Now we they bring all this video. Send na application where if you want send money from here to Africa or you want send go Nigeria, the best app where we recommend for you. All you need to do is go to your Play Store, download that, register and put the promo code, which is Gloria, Gloria. With this promo code, we go dash you free €5 for free. You understand? Our app, if you want to use that send money, you don't need to pay money before you go send money. So that's how it is. Go and download Send right away. So my people, let's start to go into the video. Waiting bring us today. We go open lines. Who won't call? You go ask any question where you won't call. Choice TV agree to you, MC Black the comedian agree to you, Chris TV agree to you, Faith Williams agree to you, Ben Greg agree to you, Balance will agree to you, Choice TV agree to you, Lovette agree to you, all the people where they the platform agree to all of us. Giovanni John, greetings to you. Now, before we go start, he said, how can migrants or asylum seekers in Italy apply for carta soggiorno or EU long-term residence permit or 00? As normal, many people they call them. Now, all migrants who have been living in Italy with a valid permesso for at least 5 years may consider to apply for carta di soggiorno, EU soggiornanti, lunga periodo, or carta soggiorno, or EU long-term residence permit. This permit prevents you from being expelled from Italy unless several security reasons and allow you to participate in some forms of local public life. The EU long-term permit 00 also allows you to work or study in another EU country. So this paper where we want to talk about, now paper where people say if you apply and questura approve you, it will allow you. If you dey Italy here, you go fit go to Germany, you go fit go Holland, you go fit go Spain, go use the paper, sign contract of work for them, where you no go get any problem. You go fit use and work for them. Now we go let you know the countries where if you hold this paper, you no go fit use and go work for them. All those ones we go explain, give you. So now, if you dey Europe here, Germany, Holland, now you won't go, Sweden, now you won't go. All this country, if you get this EU long-term residence permit, you go fit go there. But the problem is how to apply and the process where you go to apply. Which paper, if you get, you go fit apply and the requirement. Okay, let's continue reading. He said, you can okay, let's wait here. Let's go here. Yeah, he said, with the exception of Denmark and also Ireland regularly. So maybe, for example, people will be like, say, when I want to travel, go Denmark and Ireland. Those two countries, even though na Europe country, but if you get this EU long-term resident permit, you don't go fee allow you to work for them. Now, let's go to how to apply for carta soggiorno and all the requirements you need to get. He said you can apply for the EU long-term resident permit if you hold a valid permit of stay. For example, subsidiary protection, refugee status, work permit, or family permit, and you meet the requirement listed below. So, for example, you where you get asilo politico, you where you get subsidiary protection, you where you get this thing, working permit, all these people on our fee apply for this carta soggiorno, which is 10 years paper. Now they go give you. Now, he said if you have a motivo humanitarian or casi speciale permit, you are not eligible for the ex carta soggiorno. However, if you convert your 2 years permit to a permesso per motivo, lavoro subordinato or autonomo, you can apply. So this tells you, say, you where you know, say you hold casi speciale and you never move on to lavoro subordinato or autonomo, you are not eligible to apply for this 10 years carta di soggiorno, even though you don't stay in the country for the 5 years. Now, let's explain in details. Okay, now, he said, okay, let's go down. He said, now the requirements. Now, we won't go to the requirement. Things where you need before you go fee apply for this particular carta di soggiorno. As general rule, you need to meet both the stay and the income criteria listed below to apply for the ex carta soggiorno. You also need to provide your criminal record. So, for example, before you go fee apply for this 10 years carta di soggiorno, you need to meet some criteria. You need to meet a criminal records. What is criminal records? The records will show, say, you, as you did, you never commit crime in the country. Now, that record you need to bring. Maybe somebody go ask, say, blacks in Europe, for example, I not buy tickets, they give me muta. Whether that one a crime, no, that one not be those crimes that they talk about. For example, people where they do drugs or those type of strong crime, now they talk about. No be say you not buy tickets or 1 or 2 this thing, no be that particular crime that they talk about. Now let's continue. He said if you hold any other eligible type of permission except refugee status or subsidiary protection, you will also need to meet some additional requirement to avoid confusion. Now, for example, who get asilo politico and who get 5 years subsidiary, those two papers, the law they different with people who get motivo di lavoro autonomo or motivo di lavoro subordinato and also motivo di familia. So those one will get those 2-year paper or 1-year paper, their requirement is different from people who wanna get 5 years paper. So now I will let you know the people who get 5 years paper on a requirement and people who get 2 years paper, their own requirements. Please share the video. Let's move on. He said, permesso per soggiornanti di lunga periodo required refugees status. Stay at least 5 years in Italy with a valid permit. So, for example, if you get asilo politico, you will stay in Italy for at least 5 years 5 years consecutively. You don't need to move to, for example, Spain. Say you go stay there, you go work for Spain. Later, maybe you not get resident for Italy. You go come say because you come Italy 20. For example, you come Italy 2001, and you as you get paper, you don't go another country. Now you don't spend there 10 years. You come back say you won't come apply for Italy here. They no go give you because you know they in the country continuously. You understand? He said your stay in Italy is considered uninterruptedly if you did not stay outside the country for more than 6 months at once. So as I earlier on explained, say staying in the country, for example, if you go stay outside the country for at least 1 year, continuously 1 year, if you come, even though you don't reach the 5 years, they not go give you because you don't stay outside country for more than 6 months. Overall, no more than 10 months over the 5 years. This holds true if you respect the traveling rules, you understand. So for example, some people they go fit go Germany, wey be like say Germany where they go, they no pass through correct processes, so Italy government no go know say this person he go and all those stuff, you understand. That's why we stated here say if true you pass through the correct processing of traveling. So those people, there are some people they can travel outside Italy here, wey be like say there is a different processing. You know, say na social media we cannot explain it here on the platform. He said migrants and asylum seekers always get confused here, asking when do I start calculating my 5 years resident in Italy. So many migrants, the question where they ask now we won't solve for here, when we go fit calculate to know say we don't stay Italy for 5 years or we never stay Italy for 5 years. How you go take calculate? Because some people they call Italy 2001, some they call 2010, some they call 2015, some na 2020, some 2017. So now they don't get paper, but they are confused. How they go tell no, or how when go they go test start? Now the day where they call Italy here, now they go test start, or the day where they get paper, now they go test start to the counter. Now question where many migrants they ask, may they know when they go take start counting their 5 years resident in Italy before they can apply for the carta soggiorno. Now listen, he said if you have a subsidiary protection or refugee status, you can start calculating your 5 years from the moment you filed your asylum request, submitting your C3 form. So people who wanna get 5 years papers, people who get 5 years paper, you can submit, you can start calculating from the day where they give you that paper where they call C3, that white paper where it white, full paper like this, it white, your picture, normal picture, passport picture like this, it go there side of the paper. The day where you submit that particular paper or the day where they give you, now that particular day, you go start, they count your 5 years of stay. If you know, say you get 5 years paper or you get asilo politico or subsidiary protection, now on our own, now it be that. If you have ex-humanitarian, casi speciale or protezione speciale permit, you want to apply carta di soggiorno, which is EU long-term resident permit, you need first to convert into a working permit. After receiving your work permit, you can apply for the ex carta soggiorno 5 years after receiving your first permesso per motivo umanitari or casi speciale. So for example, you when you get all these two years paper, first of all, you need to move the paper to motivo di lavoro. You need to move on from the paper where you did. For example, you get casi speciale, you need to carry and go motivo di lavoro. And if you get protezione speciale, you need to carry and go motivo di lavoro. Before then, you go start the counter from the day they give you that particular paper. I don't know if I'm clear here. If you don't understand, you go drop comment. We go see explain further for you. Now let's go to some place. He said for ex-humanitarian or casi speciale permit, the practice vary from questura to questura. Certain questura could start calculating the 5 years earlier. For example, from when you received your permesso per richiesta di asilo. Please consult a lawyer for advice on your specific case. Yeah, as always, I keep on saying this thing. Italy here, there is a general rule, but there are some questura you go read there. The law where you know for the city where you first day, you go there, they go tell you, say, no, this our questura, not be so we they do our things. Our own process or how we they count our own, it stand different. So sometimes there might be a law where we go tell you, or they inside the Italian law, but you go to questura self, go still they tell you another thing. Where go there different thing where you never hear, because there are some people maybe before they did Trento, some they did Napoli, some they did Torino. After they don't change region, go another region. The way they tell they renew their paper for maybe Napoli, they will come read Torino here and a different thing they happen. Sometimes things where they happen for Torino on process how to renew paper, you go Napoli, not be that same process the questura where they Napoli they use. That's why sometimes you need to at least find a good lawyer, immigration lawyer, to look into your case and see how your own matter, you go take the count for you. Now, let's go to the yearly income. This part too is very, very unnecessary. The yearly income and things where you need if you be asilo political or you be 2 years. Now, first of all, let's start from people where get asilo political. Your requirements, some of the things where after you don't stay the 5 years you need as an asilo political holder. Is that international protections, refugee status, subsidiary protection. Stay in Italy for 5 years consecutively and file your asylum application, the C3. So people will be like, so unaga asilo, they say you need to stay Italy for 5 years. The yearly income, if you get asilo, you need to get 5,977.79. Listen, 5,977.79 as a yearly income. So normally, let's say around 6,000 yearly income. So if you be single person and you get asilo or 5 years subsidiary protection, if you get 6,000 as a yearly income, you can apply for the carta soggiorno. So for the EU long-term resident permit. And again, you need to provide your criminal records. You need to show your criminal records. A2 level of Italian language, that school certificate. According to the Italian law, people who get asilo political no need to show any school certificate. But in practice, Questura will tell you, say, bring them. So that place, I need to draw your attention. Some Questura, they will tell you, say, even though you be asilo political, you need to bring your school certificate, which shows say you don't go school in Italy. And again, Indonesia allogativa, you understand? You need to show, say, your house. You get comfortable house. You get house where be like say you they live. No be house where be patchy house. No be house where be underground house. House where they where balance. Where commune go approve. So that allogativa, you need to go commune. They will control the house. See, say the house, everything they okay. According to the law, people who get asilo political, they don't need to show the house. But in practice, at the Questura, some of the Questura, even though you get asilo political, they go ask you. But people who get 2 years paper or 1 year paper, those people, you need to show the house. Again, you need to show school certificate. And third one, you need to bring the criminal records. And the yearly income too. Now still 5,977.7 for people who still get 2 years paper. And you need to stay in the country for 5 years. You understand? So if you get another permit, that's how your yearly income, it also goes. So in case maybe you get 2 years paper, you need to know, say, now before you go apply for the carta soggiorno, for you to work in another EU countries, these are the requirements where be like say you need to show to the government. May they know, say, true, if they give you the paper, everything go there okay for you, or you know will come be like say you don't get the paper, but still things are not okay for you. So that your yearly income is very, very necessary for you. Now, okay, I don't know whether here we still do one. I they try ma skip some place. Now the most important thing is here. They said, what if I hold international protection and I travel back home? You understand? For example, some people, they get international protection and their mind, they tell them, say, now I don't get carta soggiorno, how things go come be for me? According to Italian law, not be according to blacks in Europe. Listen, according to Italian law, waiting they talk. He said, if you are refugees, if you are a refugee or you hold a subsidiary protection, you will not lose your international protection status when you obtain the EU long-term permit. Indeed, the physical permit will indicate annotazione protezione internazionale. This means that the same prerogative of international protections holders still apply for you. So this tells you, say, if you be asilo political international protections holders, even you don't get the carta soggiorno, still Italy they recognize you as an asilo political holder, which means say you now EU still they protect you. I don't know if I'm clear here. If you get asilo, you go carta soggiorno, still that international protection, they go indicate on your EU long-term residence permit. But that doesn't mean say you no fit use and go work for another EU country. The only country where the Europe where you no fit go there is Denmark and also Ireland. No be say you no fit go there, you can go there, but they no go accept you. May you use and take work there unless you pass through their own process. So, for example, if you get the carta soggiorno for Italy, according to the law, you are also allowed to carry the paper to go Germany, to go Holland, to go Spain, France. May you go use and work for them. This one, he said, please drop your number and special request for you. Okay, the number, I think I don't pin them for the comment section. So if you check the comment sections, you can find the number there. So you go pick, and anything where you want ask, you can also ask for there. The number is there. If you check the comment section, is it 5 years or 10 years of stay for 2 years document holders? Yes, if you have 2 years, you need to stay the country for 5 years. That's for carta soggiorno for you. This only the citizen. Now you need to stay for 10 years. But if you have 2 years for the carta soggiorno, if you are 5 years in the country, you can go on and apply for it without having any problem at all. Please hit the like if you are here and you are watching. As earlier on, as I said, if you have 2 years, all you need is to stay in the country for that 5 years. You can travel outside Italy, but make sure, say if you go the outside Italy, you no go stay more than 6 months where they give you continuously, because if not, they no go agree approve you. Now let's update one or two things. Maybe people don't already get them, because many people they ask the procedure of updating. He said you can apply for Madonna. My people they come. See? You can apply for aggiornamento or updating procedure of your carta di soggiorno by filing out the modulo uno and presenting it to the post office. You can find more information on the document to prepare before going to the Porta Immigrazione by clicking on the link, and the link is there. So if you go to the website, which is www.blacksineurope.com, you go see the link for that. If you click in, you go send the updating for them. Now, question where people they ask, they say, is carta di soggiorno really permanent? Because many people they call on 00, their mind they tell them say if you hold her, it means say you don't get permanent resident permit. You understand? So he said although the status soggiornante the longer period you will get with this permit is permanent. The Italian authorities may revoke your permit if you stay outside the European Union for more than 12 months or outside Italy for more than 6 years. So, for example, even though they don't give you the carta soggiorno, you understand, if you go stay outside EU country, for example, you get the paper, you go stay for Ghana for 12 months, which is 1 year, they will revoke the paper from your hand. And if you stay outside Italy for more than 6 years, they will still revoke the paper from your hand. So those things we need to understand. No be passport where people say you go say I don't get Italian passport, I won't go stay another country, I no go come again. You understand? So if you know say you hold that paper, make sure say you not go stay outside more than 1 year outside this thing. Outside European Union more than 1 year, and outside Italy not more than 6 years. If you get EU long-term permit from a different country, however, if you are eligible, the Italian authorities may issue another permesso, and you could obtain again the EU long-term permit after 3 years in Italy, unless you got an expulsion order. You understand? So it's very important. You where you don't get your own, May you not put for your mind say they say na 00, so if you get her you don't get her. No, every 10 years you need to do updating, you understand? So you go update her, all those things. If you not still do one, they go revoke the paper for your hand, which is very important thing. Where una way don't get am or una way won't go apply, una need to know say no, you no fit stay outside Europe for 1 year, and you no fit stay outside Italy for 6 good years, more than 6 years, where you no go come back to the country and all those stuff. So this is how it is on the carta soggiorno and how to apply and everything. This one is say, but I enter Italy 2014, but last year I get my document. Can I apply for the long-term permit? The paper, you need to first of all move the paper to Lavoro. I think I've already explained that. So maybe if you don't understand that, you need to rewatch the video for the beginning. If you not say you get 2 years paper, first of all, you need to move the paper to Lavoro. Then, after Lavoro, you can then go for the procedure of the carta di soggiorno. I think all the procedure, I mentioned it here. If you want to go and read the news by yourself too, you can go to our website, which is www.blacksineurope.com. You can go there and pick up everything one after the other and the procedures. The video is also on the platform also. You can also rewatch it. I know say many people una don't come, una come late, so una need to push the video, go back, then you go start from the beginning of the video. I think that would be the perfect way for una way come right now, because we know if you repeat all the things. Yeah, Obo Sylvester, thank you very much for coming. Florence, thank you also here. Destiny, greetings to you. Osas, greetings to you. Glory Bella, greetings to you. This one, Osas, okay, greetings to you. Faith Williams channel, Faith, I greet you. Jill Silva, greetings to you. And Arnold Ward, oh, Mr. Arnold, I don't see you since, so I hope say you did fine. We self we did. Now small we they move and small they go. Yeah, Eto Lad, long time, Eto Lad. I hope you are doing good. He said, good evening, please. What about someone who applied for special protections and he have turned printed for more than 3 months, and he have been checking it online with the slip they give to him, but he never. Your comment, I think you know completer. You won't know whether as you they check and you never come out. Yeah, you need to have patience. You understand? Because 3 months is still you have more time, because sometimes if you go to print, you will wait for 6 months, 7 months, depending. You understand? Some questura their own matter in the take where now Lavoro document now, because it's senatorial document. I not get you where. I not get your question where, my dear brother. I don't get your question where. Yeah, drop the question again and I'll reply you. Yeah, this video, as I said to you, it was sponsored by TapTapSend. I know say TapTapSend, you don't take away, you don't hear from TapTapSend, or you don't hear about TapTapSend. The app, now the best app in terms of sending money from Europe to Nigeria. All you need to do, go to your Play Store and download it. If you download them, just register and put all your details and everything. You will see where they don't write have a promo code. That place, if you click there, you will put the name Gloria, Gloria. If you put down for that, they will dash you free €5. TapTapSend, if you want to use and send money, you know they pay any sending fee. Nobody say they will say bring €5 to send €100. No, we our own, we know they do one like that. Our app now very secured, registered in the UK, registered in Europe here, registered in Canada, registered in America. So we did very active, you understand. All our things where we do, you understand. So now straightforward, we know they do hiki. Our own now to no hiki no hiki. You get one of my guy way that time where we did Libya. Now this my guy, you won't go connection house. I know Libya now all those stuffs now. Now so in my city it take up to 7 months. You see Faith, thank you very much. No being this my guy, you won't go connection house, and you know say Libya connection house now smuggle. You where you know connection house, you know. You where you don't know, to make you rest. Tomorrow I will explain to you. So as he they go, you don't go buy my shoe, all these things. Now so if they bounce, they come. If they bounce, they come. So remember that small way you won't enter where the connection day. So one Arab man Come day in back. Now the Arabu can say, Asma, when am she? My brother no fit talk because you know fit tell the Arabu man say the place where you dey go because you know they stay there. Now the man tell am say, to. So my friend go look back. Whether the Arabu man no dey there. If he turn back, the man go do him hand like this. To, just dey go. He turn back, he say, to. My people, you know easy. This one na front, you just dey go. May you not return back. Now so it just be this one. Alesso Pato. He said good evening. Alesso Pato, good evening to you. Yeah, so as we said, some people they are only they say well because Torino self, I remember some people they fingerprinted. It took them a year before this thing come out. You understand? So some place they take, some place too, they quick they come out. Now just so it be, we need to have patience and exercise patience. Una know say now since corona comes, things gas be things never balance the way it's supposed to be. My people, thank una for joining this particular platform. May God bless all of una for supporting, and if una they pray, una still pray for Ukraine and Ukraine people, no be Russia. Una pray for Ukraine people. 90 people now na they here, but 21 people now I don't like the video. I don't know the rest people whether they know they here. If you they like the video, share the video to your fellow friend where they this place where they watch this particular platform. Thank you all. Until next time. Una dey there. Until next time, adios. May God bless all of you. All of you we did the WhatsApp group. Oji Silva, which is Choice TV. Peter Pan Vevo, I greet you. Giovanni John, I greet you. Yeah, Giovanni John self, you know they the group. I don't know why. We go add you very soon. MC Black, the comedian, we greet you. Mohammed, we greet you. Balance Well, we greet you for here. Our sister Faith, you get one Faith. Faith, we don't join. We greet you. Chris, with your wife Lovette, we greet you. Who again? Abraham, we greet you for here. Our brother, where they call Kamara, we from Sierra Leone, we greet you. Mrs. Omo, we greet you. Obina, you just joined the group today. Obina, greetings to you anywhere you are. Lovette TV in Germany, Lovette, Mr. and Mrs. Aponche in Germany. I greet all of you. May God bless all of you. Until next time, adios.